a book and why now?
Oh, yeah, why a book? Well, okay. Well, when they dangle that thing in front of you, it was terrifying because I just didn't get into graphic design to make a book. I got into graphic design to make a living, right? So to put yourself into this odd little category, this insanely privileged category to be like, I get to stop all this stuff and, like, celebrate it, I still don't know how to wrap my head around it, you know? So it just comes down to, like, timing and these guys who were, you know, Abrams Books, who were, you know, interested enough and kind of sold me on it. My very first inclination, always playing the underdog role, always playing the sort of like, oh, shucks, I don't know what the hell this is. I have kids come up to me in airports now with their hands shaking, okay? That's tangible,
that's awesome.
and that's real. It is insane, right? But I'll never be the person to use that as a knife to anyone's throat. Does that make sense? Like, you know, I don't ever want, this is all, you know, this is all not supposed to be happening. So to share this, if we didn't sell one book, I would still take all the books, because I wasn't really paid in money. I was paid in books. I just wanted to say, you know, whatever the money was I was going to make from this thing, I said, that's great. That's more than I thought it would be. If it doesn't do well, if it does well, at least I get this many books. And I knew I could take those on the road to at least to my friends in Portland, but also take them past that and say, okay, I'm going to go try to sell these things at the show, you know, or a series of shows, or this book tour, or Mondo, you know. I mean, last October to go there, like I said, I was a little nervous because I don't want to go there and try to, I can't go there and compete with, you know, Daniel Danger. That kid's got a certain sprinkle of magic I wouldn't even know how to make, right? And I can't go there and compete with, you know, Aaron Horkey. But, you know, I don't really even understand what my little jam would feel like to those guys. But we got a good reception. Everyone likes, you know, a poster from their state. So all the Texas posters I had, sold them all out. And, you know, my posters aren't $300. They're $30. You know, shit, buy two. You know, I just want to move them. I want them to put them up on their wall and put a tack in them. I don't want them to day trade them. I saw kids, you know, showing their portfolios of this variant and this number and all this kind of shit. I mean, that's great. It's fun to be around it, but I want them just to rip open my field notes and use them, you know, that kind of thing.
That's awesome. So. Now, Aaron, I went on the website, your website, and I got the typical bio stuff. And let me tell you, it was pretty awesome. It seems like you just love what you do. But to get beyond that, I vaguely remember you at MondoCon last year, and I remember one of our artist friends was with you. So I reached out to him to find out a little bit about more about you. And he said to ask you this. I have no idea what it means. I hope you do. Have you been boning up on your Wolverine claws illustration techniques?
Wait a second. Okay, wait. Have I been boning up on my Wolverine?
On your Wolverine claws illustration techniques.
Boy.
This is straight from Dana Lechtenberg.
Oh, you're doing a sneak attack on me on him, because listen, I'll cancel his ticket right now. I'll cancel it. How do you know Dana?
He was one of our very first long time ago.
Okay, because you know what? I think I've listened to that. Okay. Now I'm all freaked out because I'm trying to do all this triple think and shit and try to figure out who the hell. You know Dana. Okay. You know, speaking of Nerdlocker, you're going to need a nerd auditorium to get that big nerd in there. Anywho, yes, I am working on whatever the hell he's talking about. You know, he was down there last year. He was the tour manager. I'm bringing him down this year. And then I'm bringing down another guy from Winnipeg named Alan Lord, who goes by El Negro Magnifico, right? And these are just, you know, we're 40-somethings, and these are guys who Dana, you know, he loves his toys, posters, records, and just cool shit, right? And then you've got, Alan, who loves his rock and roll and rock and roll posters. And, I mean, these guys are the guys that should be at Mondo. That's it, right? So this year I'm bringing them down there. But to answer your question, oh, man, if you tried to put me up against one of these little comic book guys, I would fail miserably. But, you know, I can we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I've got a couple sneak attacks in the van here that we'll be pulling out to sell. We'll see what happens.
To me, if I understood correctly, and I might be way off mark, did you design the MondoCon logo this year?
I did. I sure did.
I would say that is like the umbrella that everybody else is under. So I think that is truly impressive. What sort of inspiration did you get or use to make that?
Well, one of the things that I love so much about going to that Mondo, and this is, listen, it's easy to answer these questions because I don't want to bum any kid out. And, I was really nervous that, I wouldn't be sort of invited to the table. But Mitch, Mitch and those guys said, no. We are trying new things. There's a lot of different people. Sometimes it can get a little myopic, whatever. So we want you to come in here and shake shit up, which was really fun. But what I love unabashedly, what I saw was how kids had no problem celebrating something awesome from 30 years ago, be it The Thing, right? John Carpenter's The Thing. There are great hits, be it a record or a movie or a something that we will never be able to, hit the same kind of note. So the same thing works with graphic design, and I just love these forms that were made with limitations, and you'll see thick line logos, and you'll see things that just show the simplest of shapes, or just even better than that. The T-shirt in the photo on my uncle's chest, who's probably 55 now, and I'd be 43, some kind of, hot rod T-shirt or some kind of Led Zeppelin T-shirt or Journey T-shirt or whatever it was, they were just more fun back then. And then when I went to Mondo last year and I got to see all that stuff up close, because there were guys there doing just skull stuff. There were guys there doing retro, movie, girls and guys and blood and guts. Without any kind of irony. A little bit, but it wasn't like they were, having to see, in Portland where I live, if you do this stuff, someone's going to make you kind of apologize for it or something, right?
Yeah.
It was free of that shit there. And I think that's kind of what you see when I want to go to a Comic-Con now. Do I know, the first, next big blockbuster movie or comic or whatever? I cut my teeth on Daniel Close and Chris Ware. And, side story, when you meet Chris Ware, that is the most uncomfortable exchange ever. But that side story, I got to meet him. But, there's just something about, to make that logo and say, listen, I'm looking back when graphics were fun. I don't know what that necessarily means, but it could be as simple as, kind of something I remember almost from a disco record cover. You know what I mean? Or a Bad Company record cover, which wouldn't be anything disco, but the way that they would, let's just say, decorate the shed, there's some lessons there, right? So, the stuff they did last year for MondoCon, I can't remember the guy's name. It was really sophisticated. The shark or something. It was really cool and well done. And when you went to their booth and saw their stuff, I'm a fan, I just want, this is one more flavor you insert into this thing. I hope the kids dig it. And then next year, Mitch and the guys, they'll pick some other, Yahoo to go after something cool. So, I have to say, I'm honored. I was honored to do it, because, I don't know, can you celebrate Texas in a little T-shirt? Yes, you can. Got a little icon in there and so on. So, yeah, listen to how much I talk. I'm all nervous, this is some big hardball journalism here or something.
Well, then you're going to be in trouble right here, because here comes our hard-hitting questions.
Okay.
Star Wars or Star Trek? Why?
Oh, my God. Come on, man. I was 4 years old when I saw that Death Star explode. Are you kidding me? I don't get – I will say, Trouble with Tribbles and everything and above and below, great. But I do like some of the larger moral, even sort of tolerance and acceptance things that I've sort of been introduced to Star Trek. But listen, I wouldn't even know where to start. I hang up on, Trouble with Tribbles. Come on, Star Wars. Better type. That's enough. Better type. There you go. Okay.
Excellent answer. All right, Eric. If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
one superpower. Oh my gosh! I mean, I love these questions because see, I get to do all these design podcasts, which is a total, it's just not supposed to happen. It's just weird enough. They're fun. I mean, they ask me the same old shit. These are really fun. A superpower? Oh my gosh! I don't know. I mean, I would love to go see where the hell my dad is after he died. I mean, so maybe to somehow go up into the cosmos and make sense of, quantum physics and atoms and things unknowable. I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't be anything to do with like moving a building or elasticity or some shit. It would just be some sort of like, like just to answer just a couple stupid little questions that I'll probably never really know the answer to. I don't know if that even makes sense, but my mind goes right there. I don't know. Either that or
that's the most original we've had. I like that.
And I'm actually speaking a UNLV class. I think
really?
The 29th of this month. Yeah, we'll be there in about 2 weeks here. It looks like. And then I was gonna say, are you going to Mondo?
Yes, I will be there.
Okay, well then I'll meet you in the booth in a couple days. But
that's awesome. Yeah, if you're going to be in Vegas,
right.
That'd be great.
If you want to come see, if you come see the show in at Mondo, you'll kind of see what we're doing there. But we're going to get a little weird in Vegas. There's going to be a bit of a workshop and some Q&A and whatever else. But you're more than welcome to come to that.
Very cool.
That would be right after I take back Vegas. Oh yeah, 34 on that roulette table. I know all you locals laugh. You laugh. I know.
No. I mean, the casinos were not built on what you lost. Don't worry about that.
I know. The last time I was there, I spoke there 1 year ago, and I went there with my buddy Nakamoto, and he's from Reno. He's like, the gambling's in his blood, right? So he always gets me all whipped up, and we go down there, and I probably spent $1,500 or something. And I said, screw it. I'm gonna get a couple hundred more bucks out. I hit 34 with $100 on it. And
wow.
That's going to be the pinnacle. I just went, I let the cosmos, sort of dictate what was going to happen, and it hit. And I was like hugging dudes next to me, and we're all screaming. I'm all freaked out. And then the guy looks at me and he goes, "Sir, we had a guy put $5,000 about 20 minutes ago on that, and he hit it. So that meant that was $200,000 anyway." So yeah.
Thank you so much for your time, Aaron. I really appreciate it.
Well, thanks for bearing with me today because I was, all over the damn, West Texas here.
No problem. And I'll see you this weekend.
All right. See you, man.
Take care.
Safe travel.
Bye-bye.
See ya. Bye.